Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We see the Liberals and Conservatives coming together to help their unelected friends in the Senate. No wonder they share the same rap sheet. Did you know that Liberal Senator Levine lived off the taxpayer for 5 years after he was convicted of fraud? And then there's the $7 million man, Patrick Brazeau, set for life thanks to this Prime Minister. And it's not enough if Patrick Duffy pays the money back, or Mike Duffy pays the money back, because if you falsify forms, it's called fraud. If an average person did this, they'd be charged. But not with this crew. So why does this government allow the Senate to live like it's above the law?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the government is doing no such thing. In fact, the government has asked that the Senate Board of Internal Economy, that they have examined these issues, which they are doing. They've referred certain matters to an outside auditor, and they are applying rules that were not in place at the time of Senator Levine, in fact, and now have stronger rules, and they will continue to review those rules to make sure they are appropriate so that the taxpayers' interests are protected. I think all Canadians want to see a government that does take action, as we have, to protect the taxpayers' interests in matters like this.
The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Well, they have taken action. I said in Patrick Brazeau and set him up for life. That's action, all right. Now, speaking of which, Mr. Speaker, I actually I feel badly for the Conservative MPs who have to go back to Saskatchewan and explain their party's involvement in robo-fraud. The member of Regina did the right thing when he denounced this practice as deceitful, but we have a Prime Minister who's been bragging about misleading an entire province. You got Jenny Byrne, Mac Meyer, Rack 9, party operatives. It's like the old robo-scandal crew is back on a reunion tour. Why doesn't this government set clear electoral laws that will keep party operatives from monkey-wrenching with the system?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of course, the Electoral Boundaries Commission is an independent body, but they welcome input from the public, from parliamentarians, and of course from political parties as well. We've done exactly that, Mr. Speaker. We continue to make the point that we don't agree with the way the maps are drawn, as do 75% of the submissions they receive from Saskatchewan. We've also got new information from Statistics Canada. Saskatoon and Regina are the fastest growing, youngest demographic cities in Canada. Why would we limit their representation, Mr. Speaker?